My name is Marcella, and welcome to the Treehouse. I don't know how many intros, I don't know how many times I have practiced this. I just want y'all to understand I am fighting right now to even record. I'm fighting a lot. I'm fighting, I'm running, I'm doing a lot. But let's talk about it. I think I have not been able to sit with myself dealing with my mother's stroke is because she was supposed to be on this episode of my podcast with me. And if you guys have watched My Monka Monday, you can see in that video I mentioned, hey, my mom's coming. So when I got back late Monday, I went and I seen my mom as soon as I got back. And I was like so excited to like tell her what happened in Cali, everything that I did because we are also from California. So coming back Tuesday, something fell off. Like something fell completely off. The way that she responds to me, the way that like even if she was asleep, like just how I know how my mom was, like something's not right. So push forward next day, I go to work and I get the call. My dad's panicking, my sister, everybody's just panicking, and we're all just like in this uproar. I don't think I've been able to sit with the emotions of everything with my mom because I feel like I didn't listen to my own voice. I knew something was off. I knew, like, I could feel it. And getting the call and then it happening, and it was like exactly what I felt. One thing I've always battled with was what could I have done? Right. And so going before therapy, I was the last person that my brother, before he got killed, I was always told I was the last person my brother talked to before he got, like the day before he got killed. I was 4 years old. My brother was affiliated in gangs in California, and my brother ended up getting killed. And so for years, like I'm talking years, we talking about digging up roots. For years, I've always felt like I could have done something. Like I could have said something. And I know people like, well, girl, you were four, but it's like the growing up with knowing that you were the last person someone talked to before they passed, it leaves this in you like, what could I have done? Like I could have done this. I could have said something to my mom. I could have gave. Like I always battled with that. And here we are, life after therapy, healing from that issue of my brother's death, and now feeling like I didn't listen to the voice of myself that something was off with my mom. So I honestly feel like I've been in this emotional beating myself up state mindset because I have not listened. I didn't listen to my voice when I fought so many years in therapy to be able to trust my voice. And so I haven't sat with anything, and it's been really tearing me apart to the point that I've been having to get back in a place of deciphering voices. I'm starting to understand this is when the content becomes really the content. You want to do a podcast, you want to do all this speaking, you want people to listen to you, but you need to be able to trust your own voice. I remember when I was even rejecting the therapy that my mama was even putting out for me, like as I was growing up, even to before I went into therapy. And I would really push that back. And I remember my mom telling me, well, if you ain't gonna talk to nobody else, you either gonna write letters to yourself or we finna learn how to pray. We finna learn how to talk to somebody that you don't see. And I'm gonna show you how to trust somebody when you don't have me. I always try to hide how much I adore God, how much I love God. It's like I can never run from him if I wanted to. And I have this thing where I'm always like, find God in everything. You have to find him in everything. And right now where I am in my life is I'm feeling like it's hard for me to find him. It's hard for me to hear his voice. You have to get to a place where you trust your voice. You have to trust yourself. And No, you may not be able to fix every situation. And I've been really beating myself up with not trusting my voice. When I went to talk to my mom and I knew something was off, but I didn't trust me, which makes me also feel like I didn't trust the voice. I didn't trust what God was communicating with me. And I've noticed that I have to get back to a place of praying, meditating, and really knowing that you're healed. Talk about full circle with episode one. Healed are you? You're healed from that. There was nothing, Marcella, you could have done to save your brother. There was absolutely nothing. And at this moment where you are right now, there was nothing that you possibly could have not done to prevent what happened to your mother. It's not your fault. Like, and talk about full circle of healing, we will get hit with the same things that terrorized us, the same things that pushed us into therapy in a different form. So you do have to get to a place where you trust your voice, you trust yourself, and you're able to trust yourself because who you're rooted in. We talk about Treehouse. Who are we rooted in? You know, you're rooted in God, and that's what your roots are in. And there's nothing you can do to run from it. There's nothing you can do to try to hide it, because I had this thing of wanting to hide who God was in me and not wanting to tell my story. But it's like, no, like, you want to talk, you want to talk healing, you want to talk Treehouse therapy, you want to really talk that. Let's talk. What did God heal you from? You're healed from always blaming yourself. You may not have listened at the voice, but what do we do now? Right? Like, that's where I'm kind of placing myself is, what do we do now? You didn't trust the voice, but how do we get back to a place of trusting your voice, which is the creator's voice, because he trusted you with the information. So you need to get back in a trusting state, Marcella. And I haven't been there. I haven't been there. And it's honestly been hard, but I will say I'm thankful for the support system that I have. I'm thankful for the people that are planted around me that have been allowing me to be in this safe, vulnerable space of trying to figure out everything right now, but also building me back up, being a helping hand, being a limb to a tree to sit. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I'm thankful that the people that I have around me have been helping me be a better version of me and not letting me get too deep, reminding me of the voice, reminding me of the person that really healed me. I mean, he showed himself to me multiple times that if he can heal you, what make you think he can't heal your mother? Like, we're leaning on the wrong voice. Like, we're getting too deep in the thoughts of the negative what it went. Let's bring it back. What did he do for you? How did he heal you? What makes you think he can't heal your mother? What makes you think he can't do that? So I'm really in a place of trying to get back to praying more and understanding the voices, understanding that God can do it, God can heal, God can change. Like, he's that man. Like, he's that person. He's not nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of how he talks to you, how he reveals himself to you. For me, it's through art. For me, it's through movies. For me, it's through the way that he communicates with me. I am honored that he speaks to me. And I really, 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 really want to say to someone, trust your voice, trust your roots, trust the creator. Like, there, he won't never leave you wrong. Like, he won't. And if you have been dependent on someone's voice, and you haven't been able, to hear their voice, or they're no longer here with you, I say that you search your heart, and you find a good therapist. You find somebody you can talk to that will listen, that will talk back to you. You find a good church home. You find something, okay? But one thing you don't do is you don't give up on yourself. You don't let those thoughts drift you into anything that is not the norm of you. Get to a place of centering yourself. Get to a place of finding that peace and understanding that He can bring you out no matter what it is. No matter what it is, you can bring yourself out. The Creator lives in you. Okay? So I say that to you and I say that to myself to never forget your roots. Never forget your roots. And trust your voice. Trust your voice. Trust the things that you're hearing. Trust the things that you're seeing. God, God is communicating with you. He communicates with all of us in very different ways. Trust yourself. If you don't get nothing else out of this podcast, trust yourself. Y'all have a good day. Ever you're watching this, and I pray you're blessed. I pray you leave with peace, you leave with joy. And I'm gonna do something a little different in honoring my mother's voice for when she get her voice back. Okay? I know it's gonna be powerful than before. And one thing my mother taught me when I was neglecting and not wanting to listen to anything that she ever did tell me, she taught me how to pray. She taught me how to talk to the things that my mind would try to manipulate me with. She taught me how to talk to those things. And I just want to pray for whoever's listening to this. Old school is bound. God, first we thank you. We thank you for being you. We thank you for creating us. And we thank you for trusting us with the things that you download to us, the things that you say to us, because you know that we're going to be able to use our voice as something to change the world, something to change nations. God, I send this prayer to every person that is in therapy, that is thinking about getting into therapy, that is just now coming out of therapy, that don't even may not have no one to absolutely talk to, God. I ask that you cover them. I ask that you watch over them, God. I ask that you continue to speak to them. And if the way that they may not be being able to understand what voice is yours or decipher the voices, God, I ask right now that you give them a peace. Give them a peace in their home, in their workplace, God, in their car, wherever they are, giving them a peace that they will be able to understand you. We give you glory for everything that you're doing, for the healing, not only for my mother, but whoever else's mother may be going through something, whoever else's father may be going through something. God, whoever is watching this and going through something, God, I want you to let them know that you're a miracle worker because you did it for me, not only mentally, God, but I watch you do it mentally. I watch you heal me physically, God. And I also watch you, God, heal me spiritually because now I'm in a place, God, that I can trust your voice. Not only can I trust your voice, I can trust myself to be able to communicate the things that you're saying to me to the world in a confident place because I stand 10 toes down, planted and rooted in you. So, God, we thank you for Treehouse Therapy. And God, we thank you for total therapy in whatever state the person is in right now, God. We love you, we adore you, and we thank you for being you. So, as we leave this place, but never from your presence, God, watch over us. Keep us safe from all hurt, harm, and whatever potential danger may be coming our way. We love you, God. And thank you for being you. Y'all have a good day. Now y'all got me crying and y'all got me pulling out the evangelist hat. But y'all have a good day and y'all be blessed. And thank you for tuning in to Treehouse Therapy Podcast with me, your host, Marcella. Bye.